Joining me now on set for some more insight is NBC News chief political analyst Chuck Todd. Great to see you, Chuck.
Nice to see you, Kristen.
So what do you make of this visit by the vice president? She's the first vice president to visit such a clinic. She's obviously made this her big issue. How big of an impact?
Look, I want to pick up on something you asked Yamisha at the end, which is there's a real generational divide about how you talk about abortion, okay? Our parents whispered it.
Yes,
okay,
right.
They didn't want to talk about it. There was this taboo that if you had to get an abortion, that you've somehow you have a scar in your life, and nobody's saying that to some people it is, and all this stuff. But I think people under 50 talk about it. It's like, look, it's a necessity in life. You may not, it's sort of, and I think there's a lot of abortion rights activists who don't like, who say for 30 or 40 years that by creating a stigma on it, it made people not look at their own health. This is a healthcare issue first. And I do think that where the right has sort of missed this is that the Democrats talk about this now via healthcare. They don't talk about it being about a choice or lifestyle or any of that. That was the conversation in the 80s and 90s. And I think this is why the Democratic position is so much more dominant in polls, because they talk about it as a healthcare issue, because women see it as a healthcare issue. I think Joe Biden, because he's of another generation, he was brought up on the politics of stigma and taboo, and it was not treated as a healthcare issue in political circles. I think this is where she's helping to have a better conversation with voters under 50 on this issue.
Yeah, well, you talk about the polls. Let's look at one. This is from Kaiser. And basically, it shows that about 2/3 of voters say Trump had at least some responsibility for the Dobbs decision. What do you make of that number? Because Democrats are trying to remind voters every day, hey, wait a minute. No. He is responsible for the Dobbs decision. He's the one who
shows you that it is.
Do you think would you expect it to be higher? I mean, it should be like 95%?
No, because
he's responsible for it.
Right, but I think he shares the responsibility with Mitch McConnell, with the Republican senators,
Sure.
I think that's a reasonable number. I get it. Look, Democrats hope it's the only thing voters are thinking about going into the polls because they have such an advantage on that. I understand what they're hoping for here, but this is why I am always hesitant. Like, I think Trump is the underdog because of abortion. Forget everything else. I think because of abortion, he's the underdog. I think national, and I believe this, somebody else said it first, but I believe it. I don't know if Republicans are going to win another national election until either abortion is considered a settled issue with the public, and boy, are we not settled now, or Republicans change their position to where the country is.
Very quickly, he knows he's an underdog. I mean, he said this privately. On this issue, and you can see it in his public responses.
Look, in this is why he is going to pick somebody who is to the left of Mike Pence on abortion.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, what does that look like? I don't know if. I don't think the public that wants to vote on this issue is interested in some sort of compromise that helps the right. And that's the problem the right has on this right now, is that there is. Look, I'll tell you somebody who's getting it. It's Kellyanne Conway. But she's
looking at the polls.
She sees the polls, and she's trying to get Republicans to talk differently about this. They're not listening yet.
Yeah, it's such a great point. She's someone who has a pretty strong message on this. I have to ask you about Leader Schumer, his comments today, things that he's probably said privately have now come out into the public. What do you make of it, and how does that play moving forward?
He said what just about every congregate at every Reform synagogue in America says. Okay, the conversation and among particularly Reform and even some conservative, frankly, a lot of American Jewish congregations, are this idea that Netanyahu has made it, is putting Israel, is making Israel unsafe. His leadership has made Israel less safe, has made Jews less safe. A lot of American Jews believe this, and believe that frankly, he helped accelerate the conditions that we're in right now. He didn't create the conditions, but he created a situation that allowed this to happen. So I do think this is, Schumer's the most credible person. He's not listening right now, and I'm pointing to Netanyahu here. He's yet to listen. He didn't hear the language from Biden. He didn't hear, at some point, when you lose Schumer, if you're Bibi, I don't know if you have any American support left in the Democratic community.
To that point, Chuck, I mean, does that give President Biden more space, more authority to get publicly and privately tougher and to say, you got to start listening to me.
Look, I think that he has all the room in the world, actually, to get tougher because Israel has no other ally.
Right.
They have one ally. It's the United States. So in that sense, I think we certainly have some leverage here. Look, Biden, I think, has real credibility here, and Schumer just helped it. If you can be pro-Israel and anti-Bibi, right? That there is space there. But there's a fine line. Mitch McConnell's criticism of Schumer about, hey, we don't like outsiders getting involved in our politics. Be careful here calling for essentially a leadership change, right? That's where I think I might have stopped short of calling for new elections. Like there might have been a, hey, you need to change tactics here type of thing. That is somewhere where I think that criticism is legitimate criticism. Hey, there's a line we've got to be careful of here, and we're telling another democracy who should be in charge.
Particularly after those images of Schumer and Benny Gantz standing next to each other, shaking hands.
Kamala Harris met with Benny Gantz. I mean, if Bibi hasn't the issue yet, which was basically everybody wants you out, buddy.
Yeah.
And your number one ally. Yeah. We'd rather deal with a different CEO. Yeah. And I think now Schumer, it's sort of like, how many different ways do you need to hear this message?
Yeah. Chuck, thank you. Appreciate it. Great to see you, as always.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.